In 2010, the Census Bureau reported that there were nearly 250,000 children under the age of 18 living in Memphis and Shelby County. In that same year, LeBonner's website reported that nearly 133,000 children under the age of 18 were treated at LeBonner. What that means is for every 2 children in Memphis and Shelby County, 1 was treated at LeBonner. I'm a volunteer at LeBonner, and in 2010, there were nearly 28,000 hours served by volunteers. Today I'm going to talk to you about what LeBonner is, how it was started, and a day in the life of a volunteer. So what is LeBonner? LeBonner is a nationally ranked children's hospital. It's a level 1 trauma unit, which means that according to the American College of Surgeons, a level 1 trauma unit is equipped to handle any level of trauma. It has a trauma surgeon on site 24/7, and it has an operating room ready at all times to handle any level of trauma. And that may be from a child with a minor cut or a child that has a life-threatening injury. So now that we know what LeBonner is, let's talk about how volunteering has played a role in the creation of LeBonner Children's Hospital. In 1923, Miss Allen Lacey and Leslie Stratton created a sewing group, and they called it the LeBonner Club. In French, LeBonner means an hour of happiness.
Cool.
As the membership grew and grew and grew, so did their commitment to the children. So they first started out sewing clothes for the Leith Orphanage, but then they started growing and taking children to pediatricians all around the state to different doctor's appointments. So in 1944, the LeBonner Club, along with local pediatricians, had a dream of having a place where all pediatric needs of these children could be met in one place. 8 years later, that dream came true when the doors to LeBonner Children's Hospital opened and would remain open. So now that we know what LeBonner is, how volunteering has played a pivotal role in the creation of LeBonner Children's Hospital, let's talk about a day in the life of a volunteer. 3 words to describe a day in the life of a volunteer are fun, energizing, and rewarding. A volunteer strives to promote a fun and positive experience for the children being treated at the hospital. Most volunteers are given a 3-hour shift, and sometimes they can stay later or leave if there's nothing going on. All volunteers are required to wear their volunteer badge at all times while in the hospital, as this badge that I have on. So when the volunteer makes their way into the hospital, they go down to the volunteer service office and signs in and sees if there are any rooms or special needs that they need to meet. So then they make it to, each volunteer is assigned to a specific floor in the hospital, whether it be the cardiac ICU, the neonatal intensive care unit, the emergency room, etc. So this ensures that there are 2 volunteers on each floor at all times during the day, 24/7. So once these volunteers have made it to their assigned floor, they find the nurse in charge and see if there are any children alone. Because if you're alone, it can be sometimes scary being in a hospital, a strange place as a child. And so they find these children and go and entertain them. And on some occasions, with the permission of nurses, they get to take the children down to the magic shows downstairs or the on-site movie theater or to the various playrooms on each floor, and they're all equipped with Wii's. So at the end of the 3-hour shift, the volunteer is rewarded with a free meal at the coffee shop or cafeteria downstairs. So in conclusion, now that we've learned what LeBonner is, how volunteering has played a role in this creation, and a day in the life of a volunteer, now that you've learned. Since 1952, when the doors opened, over 4 million children have been treated at LeBonner. That's over 4 million lives that have been forever changed.